Hi, Greg here. We're going to go through the reverse lunge. Now, I recommend that you learn the moving lunges starting with the reverse lunge because it's easiest on your knees and it's the best one to teach you the proper form. Now, a lot of people will start with either forward lunges or forward walking lunges. If you do a lot of these lunges, they can actually cause a lot of wear and tear on the undersurface of your kneecap, causing things like patellofemoral syndrome or just general knee pain. So if you can learn this position in particular, then it's much easier on your knees. It's a great training tool and it'll really provide you with a good foundation to do all of your other lunges. So to start with, what I want you to do is you're going to be stepping back. One of the first things that I see when I teach people this is they're always trying to divide this into two separate movements. So one, stepping back with the legs fairly straight, go ahead, and then doing a static lunge, getting down to the ground and then back up. What you really want to do is turn this into one fluid movement. Okay? Now to do that, what you're going to do is first set your TVA, so you set your weight belt, you'll breathe in, push your stomach out, breathe out, pull your stomach in, keep your spine in a nice neutral position, so arched all the way and then just back off a little bit, okay? So you keep yourself nice and flat like that. You're going to bend this leg and you're going to keep the upper part of the leg in line with the spine. From here, you're going to lean forward like you're doing a single leg deadlift and then slowly reach back onto the ground like that. So you can see Jess moves into the position in one step and then comes back. Okay, so now that we've established that, you're really trying to do it in one movement. Now we got to figure out exactly where to land. So a lot of people are landing, especially when they're doing reverse lunges, sometimes when they're doing forward lunges, in way too elongated of a step. So they're reaching really far backwards. Go ahead and show that. Reaching really far backwards. And what ends up happening is this knee is really far behind this foot and this knee is really far behind the hip. This is not a position you want to be in. This is, go ahead, put your knee down on the ground. What's happening here is you're getting to the end of your flexibility and really that's what's holding you up. So you're trying to use the advantage of your flexibility or inflexibility to hold you up so that it's a little less work for your muscles. What the position I want to see you in is, back up like this. If you look at this, the back leg, this part of the leg should be pointing straight up towards the spine all the time throughout this exercise. Then from there, you should see a nice 90-degree bend at this knee and a perfect square here if we look from the side profile. So that's where you're trying to land. Okay, so again, come back up. So you can practice this and adjust it every time you step to really, and sometimes what people will do is put marks on the ground to make sure they're stepping in the same place all the time. So again, just bend this knee, you're going to lean forward and lift the leg and then drop back down into that position there. Okay? Now, go ahead, just stand here. One thing that people do notice a lot, this is a balance-driven exercise. There's a lot of people that have a hard time with their balancing. What I really want you to do is make sure that you, unless you really have to, don't touch anything around you. Okay? If that means you're in this position, you're losing your balance, and you have to adjust your feet to find your center of gravity, then do that because that's teaching your body where the center of gravity has to be placed between your feet. If you start touching a wall or start touching, if you have some sort of aid close to you and you're using that constantly, then all you're teaching your body is to balance itself by coming into contact with something else with your hands. So I really discourage that. Keep your hands on your hips throughout the exercise and really try and teach your body to balance over time. It should take 2-3 weeks and then you should be fine. Okay?